Gamma Prime presents.
Okay, I've always called this creator Gamma V because that's, always what that individual used, but evidently it's now changed to Gamma Prime. I have a lot of assets, mostly tile sets and graphics, in my own ROM hack from this person. Of course, that was before I kind of learned to start doing everything myself. Although I hear that the physics is different in this hack. A group of strange monsters has invaded the Mushroom Kingdom while Mario is on vacation. Could Bowser be responsible? Bro, dude, after just praising you. Oh, yep. This is gonna be as painful as getting over it, y'all. Oh my goodness, no. I should have... Bam! Okay, we don't have ultra jump off of spin jump. Man. Man, Luigi is so floaty. Oh! Interesting. Actually, okay, time out for just a second. Did my eyes deceive me? It looked like the bullet hit the side of that, which is actually interesting because this is a, semi-solid tile, probably, I'm guessing, 106 maybe? Oh, nice. Classic Super Mario Bros. 3 ending. Even the jingle! Nice. Right, this creator, very astute, very talented creator. Oh, interesting. So the physics of the fire bullets are actually different too. They don't bounce, they just go like off on a missile. Okay, actually, I kind of want to test this. I would love to experiment with shell jumping in this, but man, the physics is so bizarre. Okay, oh my goodness. Stupid idea, but I want to. In all fairness, I thought there was ground on the other side of that pipe. Oh, snap, it is possible. All right, let's experiment with this again now that we're a little bit used to this. Sure enough, look at that. The ground right there. Somebody's got to load this bad boy up into Lunar Magic and see what is this tile right there that is actually causing the bullet to stop. It goes without saying, a lot of hack creators who have very little talent, you always check to see, can you take carryable objects through and what happens? But unsurprisingly, everything is fine on this one so far. Alright, gotta turn on and off some layers here. So we actually have this really cool, so notice our foreground tiles are this. What is this, you might say? That's BG2. And then this is layer 3. So we actually have a layer 3 background way back there. Very sweet. I figured it out. The physics in this game are basically like if Mario was underwater, because everything is just bloop, slow. Here's kind of some more positive feedback I can actually put on, because unlike, say, the Toad hack, which very, very beautiful, yeah. But man, it was very difficult because you are learning new physics, and the levels themselves, I mean, they weren't cakewalks. I died, game over, in fact, several times on that. However, this, you might notice that these levels are actually very basic, very fair, very safe. And so therefore, you can get used to the physics. All right, so let's just imagine for a moment that this was a normal physics Mario hack. Very interesting, this idea of straight shooters would be an interesting idea for various Kaizo challenges. Imagine like falling down and having to line up 2 shooters, and like as you're racing across the screen, and then they, take out what they need to take out so that you can advance. Some interesting Kaizo ideas. Part of me, because there's no way I'm gonna be able to beat this whole hack in an hour. Part of me wants to see, hey, let's just see if we can find that secret exit. I remember, goodness, it's been many years ago, but me and a group of several other families got together and went to an escape room puzzle. They decided to choose the most advanced one possible, and unfortunately, we didn't win. They had already been to the escape room and done all of the easier puzzles. And the thing is, if you were to like do all of those, you kind of get an idea for what is the puzzle creation or ideology behind any given escape room. And so then at that point you could have that as an advantage, you see, for like the harder escape rooms that this company did. Now, point being, same thing with, okay, so if you have a ROM hack creator, you can investigate and study, all right, how do they hide? How do they make secret exits? And that kind of gives you a psychology. Psychology as far as, oh man, interesting. So basically, I have no idea where the secret exit is. Okay, one more attempt. So none of the pipes worked, but I did not hit every single brick, see? Like maybe one of these contains a vine. You never know. Alright, this gives me an idea. Classic Mario, right? A coin block only contains coins, but what if this gives me an idea for my own hack maybe? But now that I'm gonna spoil it, I can't actually use this idea. A coin block that after you hit it a few times, the final time you hit it is actually a vine hidden inside of it. Absolutely possible, because really when it comes to programming, you can code anything. See, I already thought like the space in between here could be like a invisible vine block, but no dice. Oh, actually, what if the block that would grow here is a vine block? So actually I had the right idea, but I didn't think it all the way through. There we have it. I tell you what though, the physics do take some getting used to, because the physics have been altered in this hack. However, I would also argue that this game and this physics is considerably easier to control than even Mario Maker 2. Like, man, every once in a while when my nieces and nephews, or niece and nephew, or you know, any combination of my sister's kids make me a Mario Maker 2 course, it takes me like an hour just to get used to the controls and physics enough so that I can, you know, not be completely embarrassed playing their levels they make for me. Man, this dodging stuff makes me want to play some Dino Ricky, honestly. Well, awkward. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh! Okay, time out. I thought it was like just a recolored red Koopa, because you might have noticed it didn't walk off the edge, right? So I'm like, oh, they just recolored the red to be gray in this level, but no, it was a new type of Koopa. One that like explodes. That is awesome. Okay, does it destroy the anything? No, okay. Okay, did you see that? I love this. So I killed the sprite, but as the sprite's dying, it like, there's sprite buoyancy check, and it splashes, the dying sprite splashed in the lava. Did you see that? Whoa! Alright, I gotta experiment. If I get a flower, okay, I think why, alright, this makes sense. So basically, if I had shot and killed the red Koopa, it like disables the sprite and disables the sprite to sprite interaction, and so therefore I think if the red Koopa had been killed, hit into the lava, nothing would have happened. But did you notice I actually got shrunk after I killed the new bomb Koopa? So that's probably why. I'll come back and test that actually. Oh, nice effect. Layer 3? Okay, I figured so. Yeah, notice? Okay, see, that's why. That's why it splashes in the lava, because it's still a sprite that can actually kill you. There's still sprite to sprite detection. Question 2, this red Koopa. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's not a red Koopa, dude. Okay, that was actually very interesting because you can still stomp on it. Okay, I gotta test this now. Right, the problem is, because Luigi takes so long, it's gonna be quite difficult actually to snipe this. Okay, that's the strat. So we gotta like long-term shoot this and then land on it. Oh, that was almost it. Oh, there it is. Nice. So, oh man, okay, time out. Too much is happening. One, after you shoot and kill this bomb Koopa, you can actually still stomp on it, which is you saw what happened then. I don't know, is it supposed to be intended for you to actually destroy this little thing with that? Because this one, we can test this again easily here. Interesting, and then it's an upside down bony beetle. So I'll have to again load this bad boy up in Lunar Magic and check the tile sets as to why that actually occurs. But very fascinating, man. Very fascinating. Oh man. Oh! Did you see that little Koopaling actually kicked the bomb? And I was gonna actually experiment shooting this. Dang it. Did you notice also the checkpoint is right outside the door here? So guess what that means? Boss battle forgiveness. A boss that just eventually defeats itself. Oh, dude. I feel bad. I've used half my time already, and this is a type of hack that I would love to see everything that the creator has to offer on it. As floaty as Luigi is, it's almost like this dream state. I'm just like watching him go and just like miraculously dodge. Okay, not there, but miraculously dodge everything. Okay, not there either, dang it. But like, replay the part where I was just floating miraculously, look, miraculously dodging everything. Like I'm just in this beautiful, peaceful dream. Why didn't the shell kill the Cheep? Interesting. Oh, did you see the shells don't even kill those? Dude, what? Alright, let's try this again here. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. I already know the shells don't. Yeah, it does not go. That's why it killed me and it didn't, you know. But man, that is mean. Dude, mean. Whew, final boss right there. Aye! That you can load per level. And then, like, you know, basically 4 for sprites. Oh, look at that. I wonder where the key is. Oh, there it is. So, somebody, like, I wonder where the key was. It's almost as if somebody wasn't watching the screen while they were playing. Alright, this is the official P-switch hunt. It's kind of like Survivor, except instead of looking for a hidden immunity idol, we're looking for a P-switch. Aha! Oh, blue switch. Woohoo! I like how everything matches this blue and my background and everything. Look at my even shirt is slightly bluish hued. I love this music. Name that game. What game's it from, y'all? Oh my goodness gracious! It was like a homing missile. Part of me wanted to see if there's still collision detection on that dying fish, but then I'm like, dude, just beat the level. All right. Oh man, this is gonna be hard with the new physics. Oh, dude, can I just? Nope. No, man, it's like, okay. Super Smash Bros. Brawl boss battles, intense difficulty. I could only ever beat it with Fox, like a super fast character. I tried for a long time with Ness, but Ness is so slow. I feel like this is the same problem. Luigi is so slow that, you can't quickly dodge. That's why they have a, oh look, you can recollect the checkpoint. Oopsie. I guess that could be programmed out as well. Hey. Question marks backwards. Oh, is that a sleeping Goomba? Oh boy. Oh man. Oh, look at Speedy Gonzalez. It's like a Rip Van fish, except it's a Goomba. Again, it feels like this dreamlike state. I just am going forward, jumping when I can, and it's just like I'm peacefully proceeding through the level. I've got a feeling that would hit me on this. Oh, dude. I wasn't actually testing it. I was just bad platforming that inevitably caused me to get hit by it. But now we know, either way, the mystery has been solved. Oh, slow auto scroll. Interesting. See, same thing with these donut blocks even. It will stop the bullets. Uh-oh, laggy. Have to dock some points there, sorry. I had to know. Dang it! So, do you know what happened there? I'll go back and explain it. So, unfortunately, I believe that we have a ceiling. So there's a one tile gap here, all right? Ceiling tile, probably. Yeah, this is one thing that I dislike is if you have a fixed camera and yet this off-screen ceiling. I've always had issues with that. However, if you have a one tile gap this way, like so for example, big fat Mario, or excuse me, I should say Luigi here, can't get up there, right? But you can duck jump up there. So if I let go, it will push to this way. So the thing is, you want one tile gaps that open up to the left, and that will always push like a, grown up Mario / Luigi, whatever you have, out to safety. But if you do it the other way, if the opening up is to the right and the wall is to the left, this will either like clip you into the wall and kill you, or like it kind of clipped me through, and thankfully I didn't go to my death on the second one there. But that's almost like, I have very little negative to say about this hack, but I mean, that's kind of, oops. That is an example of one thing though that I'm going to critique. Oh, you can just kill that. Oh boy. Oh, do I throw rocks back? Alright. Probably gotta jump on these though, yeah. Anyone recognize this music? I can just sit here for the next 11 minutes and time out, enjoying my beautiful, beautiful Plants vs. Zombies music. Check out the aesthetics though. This is so beautiful. Deep purple mushrooms. Okay, dang it, stop being enemies on the screen. I was admiring What just happened? Oh, I'm down there. I was admiring. I love this effect. Okay, so look at these mushrooms. They're so beautiful and so beautifully colored as well. Plus, even the foreground tiles, they're darkened. Oh boy, because we're like, you know, in a dark, deep forest. All right, next experiment, we gotta try spin jumping on those little bad boys. Ah, there it is. Oh man, key on this one. Oh boy. Okay, dang it, I need to experiment with this. Hit on it, then can we spin jump? No, okay. When it's in its little stun state, you cannot spin jump kill it. All right, and then part of me wants to experiment if I shoot this with a fireball. Okay, the collision detection's gone. Hey man, I'm like an inner scientist. I have to know these things. Man, this is totally gonna make me want to go replay the hard mode of PvZ original. That's the problem. That's what great music does. Like, I mean, I remember having this experience back in the day. One of my friends of school let me borrow Perfect Dark. He owned that. And I remember sometime later, after, you know, obviously returning the game, never got close to even beating it, I remember getting the music stuck in my head. I'm like, dang dude, I love that game. I need to buy it myself. And I eventually did. Turns out to be like one of my favorite Nintendo 64 games of all times, but that's the power of music. Here again, Plants vs. Zombies, beautiful and peaceful music that is, again, invoking all of the nostalgic memories of why that game is so epic, why that game is so awesome, how much fun I had playing it, and I want to go back to it. And that's, I think, what a large problem with so many games anymore is like the AAA games, like they try to they're so busy spending $10 million facial capturing for expressions, right? It's like they forget to make the game fun. And I mean, I remember going on a rant of Super Mario Land games because, man, like the music in Super Mario Land, just as an example, but a lot of Game Boy games, is so catchy, and how limited Game Boy music is. And yet it's so much more iconic than so much more modern day game music of today that like has everything. You know, there is no limit. You could have a live concert, a live symphony, and then record with like the best sound equipment imaginable, and yet like it lacks that melodious, catching video game music of yesterdecade. But anyways, I am sad to report I'm out of time for this game. Honestly, not very many complaints at all, other than the A09C. You can make the intro message box timer go away a lot faster by lowering that value, which is vanilla B0. Alright, we had to know for science. Interestingly enough, this is like completely vanilla. So this corner tile right there, 1-3. I'm curious if I were to say build this in the vanilla game and shoot this with a fireball, would the exact same thing happen? And then also, because I was thinking this could be like a possibly 106 cloud tile, so then that also leads me to question, alright, let's say I place a cloud tile right there, 106. Can you shoot your fireball through that as well, or does that also block? In any event, I would love to come back and finish this sometime. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again at Great Games for your time.